I love black men, okay? I am pro black men, but they just not doing it. They're not putting in any effort. So
Wait, hold on, Aubrey. You came in hot. You
I
coming in
mean,
hot.
once I change to straight hair, the looks that I get from other races is like, it's crazy. I'll be walking in the park, I'm exercising. Men, white men, all different type of races are just look. They're turning their heads.
Ashley Dalton had a conversation with a young woman who says she doesn't want to date black men anymore, but her reasonings were actually pretty questionable. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Hello.
Hi, I've been watching you for so long, so this is not a get ready with me or anything. I just wanted to say I was running errands today at the mall, and I love black men, okay? I am pro black men, but they just not doing it. They're not putting in any effort. So
Wait, hold on, Aubrey. You came in hot. You
I
coming
mean,
in hot.
they're just not, they are not giving the effort that we need, okay? So I was walking in the mall and this Italian guy approached me, right?
Oh.
And that's different for me because I am attracted to black men.
Okay.
So 30 minutes later, I was like, I'm going to Eddie V's to have dinner or whatever. And he's like, okay, well, we can go together. And I'm like, okay. He's coming in hot. Again, I was just running errands. I have on my Lululemon set. My tape-ins maintenance is on Wednesday. So, of course, I just have on a hat. I don't have on any makeup. So I was just so shocked. Like, it just took me by surprise. I always wear makeup. You know, I'm always done up. So the fact that he approached me and I wasn't, I'm like, okay.
What's your point, Vanessa?
At this point, there's still no good reason for her to be comparing this Italian man to all of black men. I mean, hell, all he did was just be nice to you for a few minutes.
What's the vibe? Is he cute? Do you like him? Did you guys go to lunch?
We did go to lunch. We did go to we actually went to 2 spots.
Oh!
We went to 2 spots. So we went to Eddie V's. Again, I was going on a solo date. And he was like, he actually asked me if I wanted to go out. And I'm like, well, I'm actually headed to Eddie V's. I got my doggy bag.
I know that's right. You see that Lulu lemon power jacket top, honey? The way it snatched you in, he saw that body. He saw that face.
So I was just real chill. Honestly, I was just going in to, get something really quick, and he came in hot. Like, it's given black men do not stand a chance.
And here we go.
All she is doing is being approached aggressively by a man of another race, and she's like, ooh, black men, you don't stand a chance. This is the most subconsciously self-hating thing I think I've ever seen. Because you haven't had any success with black men, you're looking for something to compare black men to, the whole grass is greener type of thing. But again, everything that black men find unattractive in black women, so do other ethnicities of men also. I still don't see a valid reason for why black men just aren't an option right now, but let's continue.
Okay, so what was the conversation like? Did he say, I can't wait to see you again? What is going on? Give us a little bit more tea. You don't have to tell us too much because it is so early, but what was the conversation like? Did he say what he was looking for? Blase blah.
We were just honestly having a good time. Again, it wasn't anything too serious. We drove separate cars to the restaurant. He met me there. I was like, I called my homegirl on the way there. I'm like, even if he doesn't come, like, I still have intentions on going here. And he actually showed up, paid for everything. And he was like, well, what do you want to do now? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, what do you mean what I want to do now? Like, I'm going home. And he's like, no, like, I still want to spend time with you. So we ended up going to a hookah lounge and we were just honestly just vibing. But for me, it was just his approach. It was different from what I'm used to with an African-American man. It's all the texting back and forth, the calling, the this, the that. I'm not looking for anything serious, but I just loved his approach, especially with me I was wearing a hat, Lululemon set. I got my little Chanel sneakers, Chanel bag, just very, very chill.
The issue with stuff like this is when black women deal with the men who want to spend time with them, they don't think that they're cool black men. They typically are attracted to men who have swagger, men who dress the part, men who look the part, but they don't really care about the substance of the man. And then they wonder why the quality of the man usually isn't that great. But she dealt with one Italian man who showed her more interest than the men who she typically dates, and now all of a sudden all black men are a problem. No, the black men you date are a problem. Let's go ahead and get back into it.
But let me also ask you this too, because I know you spoke about, like, you know, with you dating the black men that you have dated, in your experience, you just don't feel like they're as proactive.
They are not. It's too much back and forth with the text message. They want to call. Oh, when can I see you? It's never planning a date. And I would like to be in my feminine energy. Although I'm in law school and I plan to, you know, make my own money, I still want a man to allow me to be very feminine.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And I will sit in that. And they don't do it for, I don't know.
Again, black women blaming black men for why they aren't feminine. This is the same typical stuff we hear all the time. Black men are being blamed for why you aren't a feminine woman. I need a black man who plans dates. If I find a man who plans dates, now all of a sudden I'm a feminine woman. Now all of a sudden I'm more marriageable than I was before I met a man who plans dates. It's not sound logic. It's pretty immature, actually. I just don't think our women have really thought it through all the way. They just think it sounds good because they hear a lot of other black women say it. This is just like the video that we just reacted to. A man's ability to plan a date doesn't say anything about the quality of who he is for a lifetime.
Okay, all right. And
Never dated outside my race. Never.
we're also asking people in the comments, are we dating the same kind of black men? Let's say, do all the black men you've dated, do they hang out at the same spot? Do they have the same lifestyle? Or are we dating like a different, like, how do you say, different kind type of black men, you know? One from Sacramento, one from Houston, one from New York City, grew up in different parts of the world, have different lifestyles. That's what I mean.
So I'm from Florida. I'm from the South, and I've always been attracted to the men from the South. Recently, I have stepped outside. I recently went on vacation to Hawaii, and I met a guy in Hawaii. So, you know, we text from time to time, but most of them, I am dating the same type of men, I would say. Once I changed to straight hair, the looks that I get from other races is like, it's crazy. I'll be walking in the park, I'm exercising, men, white men, all different type of races are just, look, they're turning their heads.
And I will say that other races of men like straight hair.
What in the self-hatred is going on right now? So now we're gonna have black women straightening their hair like white women more just to attract the opposite race. Listen, if you wanna go over and date white men, fine. Don't start thinking that there's a correlation between you straightening your hair and hooking a man who wants to marry you. The men who want to marry you are going to marry you because you're a wife. They aren't going to marry you because you wore your hair in a specific way. I can't believe that black women think that they're going to go over to other communities and win with their men based off of small semantics like their hair being straight or something like that, while their men complain and lobby for them to smile and cook and clean. If you don't cook and clean or smile for another ethnicity of man, he's also going to find you undesirable.
My mom said, get straight hair. Because I had to go to the courthouse for my internship. She was like, get straight hair. And I'm like, okay. And when I tell you the change that I've seen and the type of men that are looking my way is completely different. Like,
and let me also say this, we're not saying there's anything wrong with braids. Clearly, there's nothing.
No, absolutely not. I love my braids.
We're just having a conversation, you and I. But I just want to put that forward. You know, she's saying in her experience, when she does her hair, this is her experience, guys. Okay, we're not saying there aren't other races of men who don't like braids. We understand that all men or groups of men may or may not like. So let me just bring that forward.
Let me stop reading the comments. And there's an attorney on TikTok that had braids and she went to trial and she lost. And she was like, I know that it's because of my hair.
What the hell are you talking about?
Like, it's a real thing in our industry that, you know, we have to be mindful of something so simple as our hair.
Now, in some context of the word, that's true. I'm not saying that that's a lie, that black people shouldn't be cognizant of their hair. And in certain work environments, in the corporate world, some corporate environments don't like dreads. So it don't matter if you're into dreads. The corporate world ain't into dreads. It is what it is. It ain't your country. It ain't your company. So I get that. But when it comes to dating and relationships, a black woman going out into the dating market thinking that if her hair is straighter, she has more of a chance of hooking a man who isn't black, that screams self-hatred. I'm sorry. That's just me. Y'all can go ahead and judge me. I know somebody who hates themselves when I see it. What a train wreck. Hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell to get notified every single time we post content just like this. I'll see you on the next one. Until next time.